What's up, space pirates? This is your Admiral, the tantalizingly taboo Dr. Disaster. And Marvel Rivals has done it, folks. They've cracked the code and figured out that if you want to sell a ton of DLC to people in your hero shooter game, then making something that looks like this Luna Snow skin is a pretty good way to get the attention of the massive horde of male gamers out there.
Well, we got his attention.
Ooh, I like her.
With the Fantastic Four movie set to come out in a couple of weeks, a portrayal of those beloved characters which looks eye-rollingly cringy, including sissy boy Pedro Pascal as Mr. Fantastic, well, it really makes it apparent just how well the Chinese developers who made Marvel Rivals understand the characters better than the Western people who work in the entertainment industry. Fans of the Marvel franchise want an unapologetic rendering of these characters where the males are allowed to be paragons of manliness and the females are allowed to be paragons of femininity.
Obviously.
I mean, don't get me wrong, it's possible to go too far the other way, where a game becomes all fan service and monetization, which gamers hate as well. Look at Mecha Break, for example. It's a free-to-play, live service title. It was super hyped a while ago with the great character creator, but it just released a few weeks ago, and nobody is talking about it. Nobody is playing it. They're already down to about 37,000 players at peak daily times.
It's over. We are screwed.
Meanwhile, Marvel Rivals is still hitting over 130,000 concurrent players at peak times because they get the balance right between fan service, monetization, and everything else. They know what Marvel fans want, and they have unlocked a massive chunk of the potential of the Marvel IP because of this. Competitors like Overwatch 2 in the hero shooter genre are eating their dust because they would never dare to make a character look like Luna Snow here. In fact, the female characters in modern franchises like this often have gamers asking the question,
Did you see that guy's balls?
Alright, me hearties, make sure that you hit the like button on this video, share it with your friends, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I've begun uploading some content onto Rumble as well, so make sure that you follow Dr. Disaster on that site too. Also, give me a follow over on X, where my handle is Dr. Disaster 1. I keep a list on there of games lousy with wokeness, pinned to my account at all times for your reference, but let's take a look at these skins that Marvel Rivals is putting out. This Chinese company that made Marvel Rivals, NetEase, they really know their audience. With the summer season being upon us, they decided to give us swimsuit skins for Luna Snow, which has set the internet ablaze. They've also got skins for Thor, Loki, and The Thing. This sort of thing, though, is just an easy layup. But so many of the companies that run these sorts of games these days just don't understand how easy this shit is, or they're just allergic to money. I've said it before many times, but the majority of gamers are male, and if you're gonna make a game with female characters, we want them to look like Eve from Stellar Blade. If a studio does not do this, then it feels like we're being preached at. It feels like the developers are trying to shame us for liking what we like while simultaneously attempting to bring in an entirely new audience and replace us. Case in point, Do you guys remember this controversy with Overwatch way back in the day? A bunch of overbearing feminist tourists whined about a pose that fan favorite Tracer had, and the idiots at Blizzard capitulated. This victory pose on the left is what set them off. It had the ugly blue-haired harpies screeching, and Blizzard changed it to the pose that you see on the right there. And now, look at the player numbers for Overwatch 2 these days. They used to be massive, but now they are peaking at 27,000 players, and yes, I know that some of the reason this happened is because Overwatch 2 has been a bumbling comical mess, which ruined character balance and that sort of thing, but I would argue that actually from a purely gameplay perspective, that Marvel Rivals isn't that much stronger as a game. It isn't that much better as a balanced game. What sets Rivals apart from so many others in this genre is that they aren't trying to push the androgynous, sexless, feminist character designs while also not going overboard on the monetization schemes that often accompany these types of games. But in order to get an idea as to what the mentality is for so many of these studios who capitulated to the takeover of the industry by progressive feminist tourists, this is what the spineless idiots at Blizzard said when they were confronted with the controversy concerning the victory pose of Tracer in Overwatch. "We'll replace the pose," Overwatch game director Jeff Kaplan wrote in the final post of the thread. "We want everyone to feel strong and heroic in our community. The last thing we want to do is make someone feel uncomfortable, underappreciated, or misrepresented. Apologies, and we'll continue to try to do better." Indeed, Kaplan's response and Phipps's original criticism aligns with Blizzard's stated direction for designing characters for Overwatch, as laid out by Chris Metzen, Blizzard's Senior Vice President of Story and Franchise Development, more than a year ago. "I think we're clearly in an age where gaming is for everybody," Metzen said at BlizzCon 2014. "We build games for everybody. We want everyone to come and play. Increasingly, people want to feel represented from all walks of life, boys and girls, everybody. We feel indebted to do our best to honor that. And once again, take a look at the player count for this game these days and tell me, how is that working out for you idiots? Maybe if they spent less time worrying about what some tourist thinks about their character designs and more time worrying about gameplay and bringing in the people who actually drop money on video games, the male crowd. And I'm sorry guys, I gotta show this one more time, but this Nintendo survey from several months ago showed that 86% of their Switch users were male, for cripe's sake. At this point, we're over a decade of trying to capitulate to the feminists who are trying to take over the gaming industry. They've spent all this time listening to them, and they still only have around 13% of the audience. They only make up, the female audience only makes up about 13% of gamers. That is ridiculous. This hasn't worked. Males are and will remain the majority of the gaming industry's audience. But if these idiots spent more time concerning themselves with trying to appeal to the actual demographic that plays these games, maybe they wouldn't have fallen off so hard and so fast. Marvel Rivals, however, understands proper marketing, so that is at least a large part as to why they are winning in this space. But I'm going to leave it there. Drop your mockery of these other games that don't understand who their audience is into the comment section below, and we will talk there. Thanks for watching, me hearties. If you haven't already, your Admiral is inviting you to subscribe to the channel and become a part of the crew. Life as a space pirate may not be glamorous, but there's always plenty of booty.